So guys, I'm back again. Just woke up this morning, looked at the cows, full of dirt, full of muck. So I'm going to give you a little tip on how to keep your animals clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the area. Just change the time quickly. And basically I'm just going to pick up all this silage that's in and around the feeding area that's keeping it from being clean. Did I get it all? No, a bit more. There you go. So now the animal pen is clean, but the problem is it's keeping it clean. Fed up of having to keep going in and cleaning it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to empty out the silage first, and then I'm going to head over to the filling station. Now I've tried this with several things. You can use straw, you can use hay, you can use grass, you can use wheat, barley, you can use whatever you want, but bearing in mind that if you're using grass or hay or silage or anything like that to do it, it's one of the products that the animals eat, so you're best off trying to use maybe straw or chaff. Now the reason why I use chaff is because I play on seasons, and if you've played on seasons before, you'll know that anything like grass, hay or straw, if it's left on the floor for more than 3 days, it actually rots and disappears. So if you're on seasons and you want to do this, then use chaff, because chaff is the only thing that doesn't rot if it's left on the floor. So you can just, once you've done it once, it's done. You don't have to keep doing it. I learnt the hard way because I set my cows up just before the winter. I got a load of snow come down. When the snow disappeared, so did all my straw from my feeding area. So learn by other people's mistakes. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to dump it. Now this is a big old bucket. It's got 8,000 litres in it. So what we're going to do is just tip it up very, very gently so it just starts to come out, and then move back very, very slowly. Okay, now depending on the animal pen, depends on whether you need to do this once in one thin line, or you may need to do a couple. It all depends on the setup of your animals and where the rubbish actually comes out. So just keep going back nice and slowly, nice and slowly, nice and slowly. Try and get as even as you can. Don't worry too much about being overly even. It doesn't need to be, because what we're going to do now is we're going to flatten it out. I'll show you how to do that. The other good thing about chaff as well is when you drive over the chaff, it actually helps flatten it out as well. So now there is a little bit missing there. There's a reason for that, because that could be some muck already down there. Let me have a look. The light's a bit poor because it is 6 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, it's not covering that particular area, so that must mean there must be dirt on that part of the floor. So what I'm going to do is just pick up the chaff around it, dump that off. Put some lights on might help. Now you can see that little bit of dirt on the floor. There you go. So we're just going to pick that up now. Empty that back into the pen. There you go. Alright, I'm going to pick up a bit more of this chaff. And try and get that area covered as well before we dirty it anymore. There you go, all done. Okay, so now what you need to do now is you need to lower the bucket as close as you can to the ground without actually picking it back up. Okay, so if you do it and leave a little bit, now I know, see there, you can see it's picking it up, again, so I lift it up a little bit higher, and there you go, now it's no longer picking it up. Okay, so it's going to pick up the access stuff, but it's going to leave a layer on the floor. And that's it, that's all there is to it. Now you'll never have to clean those animals again now. 100% clean, and it will stay like that. Oh, okay, what was that about? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, just to prove that you can still feed the animals with that on the ground, I've got some TMR in the back of the truck here. Just want to make sure that the trigger's still working, so it will still fill, and there's the trigger marker there, and there you go, in goes the TMR. Happy cows.